So this is Wedding Film School Q&A number 20. I'm on the road, but I still wanted to do this. Hey, simmer down. So we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna answer some questions that people posted in episode 19 in the comments section. So once again, if you want your questions in the next episode of the Q&A, post them below. So this first question is asking about wedding music, everything about it. And I have an older video that kind of describes my process, what websites I use, little tips for, licensing music in general. I like MusicBed. That is really like the main one. Occasionally I will use Song Freedom, but you have to license your music. Go through, it takes some time, put the music on when you're just doing some work and write down and take notes and add the songs that you kind of like when you hear them to the wish list. This guy's asking about what basic audio gear he should get first. I would recommend the 2H1s because technically you could pick them up for around 99 each, and then you could get a giant squid lav, which we have in the gear page. So for 150 you could have one source of audio, and I'd rather have two of those, which equals the same price as a Rode Link. The Rode Link is definitely more expensive and it's so that you can monitor the audio. That's really it. The quality is going to be reliant on, what you're feeding into as far as a recorder, and then the quality of the microphone that you're using. And the Rode Link mic is better than the giant squid, but starting out, having two sources that are workable and sound okay, that's better than one, for sure. Everyone be hating on the Sony skin tones. I don't know where that started and why it keeps going around, but I have not, I've not experienced any skin tone issues with my Sony camera so far. The Sony camera, I will say, compared to the 5D Mark III or the Canon DSLR line, so many more options as far as shooting flat, adjusting the gamma, the tones, everything, so much more than just the picture profile settings within the Canon DSLRs. Ah! Don't look at me. My skin tones are so bad. They're fine. Wait, how do you put crop marks on the A7S? Question mark, question mark, question mark. It was wait, what? I believe they call them markers, at least with the A7S Mark II. I know you can do that. I haven't really messed with the crop marks, but I'm pretty sure you can do crop marks on A7S. Go over in the settings and then look for marker settings, and then you have to turn them on. Yeah. So as far as I know, there's no quality increase for the 80D. What I look at, what I would use that camera for is a Casey Neistat style, be able to look at yourself, keep yourself in focus with good auto exposure type of camera. Small, lightweight, very easy to use it for on-the-go vlogging and stuff like that. But as far as weddings, yeah, it's pretty good. It's a good base camera just because it's cheaper than a 6D or a 5D Mark III. And that's really the only reason I would go for it. It's good for someone starting out. And the autofocus is nice. You wouldn't use it all the time. But yeah, 80D is okay. Hello, Amadarosov. I'm not even gonna try. What movies do you give clients and how long do they usually last in time? Oh, I need to put that on my website. My movies lasts in time. My main thing is a 6-minute film. That's what I like to do. If I could just do that for every wedding, I would. But the way I edit and the way I shoot, I have the potential for a doc edit. So I edit a doc edit and then I take that and cut it up into the 6-minute highlight film. So the doc edit is anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, depends on the wedding. If they have a Catholic ceremony, it's gonna be long. It's gonna take up 50% of the wedding day. I am no legal professional, so disclaimers right now, but as far as my feelings and my thoughts on the subject, as far as DJ music in the background as we're recording something at an event, gray area, blah, blah. I've never seen a problem. I've never encountered anyone talking about that as a specific problem. The only problems that I've seen people getting sued and harassed for by the people who own the content is when you post a Coldplay song as the track for the highlight, as when you post the that Jason Mraz I'm Yours. If you post to YouTube and Vimeo and internet things like that, they're going to sense using their robots. They've got little tiny robots that actually go into your film and look for the music. So, you know, if the background DJ song like is Katy Perry for like 2 minutes straight in pretty good audio quality, you know, YouTube's gonna pick that up probably, and they're gonna be like, hey, don't use Katy Perry. You can't do that. But then you're also talking about just at home with brides and parents and guests. Once again, disclaimer, I'm not the guy to ask this, but for me, that's fine. That's an even grayer area. If they don't know, no one can get hurt. I don't know, maybe. So it should be okay, I guess, right? I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Fucking know it. So what do I do with my footage? It's been evolving. It's been getting better and better. A year ago, I wasn't saving projects and stuff nearly as well as I am right now. But what I have is multiple hard drives. So I'll have like a smaller fast SD that pretty much just holds 1 or 2 projects at a time as I'm editing them. And then that gets moved to what I call backup, which has all of my current projects that I worked on, and then whatever space I have for the projects that I just finished. So it's like 4 terabytes of like projects. And then I have something called archive, which is everything that isn't on that's, being saved. So that is also 4 terabytes. I'm switching to an even larger, like a 30 terabyte system that is backed up. But as far as this point, I'm saving 8 terabytes of projects. And, as time progresses and I get more and more projects, I kind of just like either delete or do something with the other ones, But as far as the footage for the client, in my contract, I specify exactly how long I will hold on to it. And, I have had problems where clients have lost or, they have misplaced their wedding DVDs like 4 years ago. And they're like, do you still have it? I'm like, your wedding was 4 years ago. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm sorry. But if like a wedding I'm shooting this summer, 4 years from now, because it's on MediaZilla, it'll probably be there for like a while. What changed my mind about the Phantom 4? 2 words, Casey Neistat. No, I love watching Casey Neistat videos, and he's had his hands on one and he's been flying it around. And I've been warming up to the idea of an automated drone, one that requires less skill and less supervision, adult supervision. Being able to like bike or do something and then have the drone follow me kind of would be really, really cool. Like something like that in a sense, And that's it. Let me know your questions. Let's chat in the below area. Let's do it. That's episode 20. Peace.